Have you ever noticed how often we celebrate others but hesitate to celebrate ourselves? We throw parties, cheer on friends, and acknowledge every milestone. But when it comes to our own growth, our own boundaries, we brush it off like it's nothing. What if I told you that setting boundaries isn't just about saying no? It's an act of self celebration, a way of declaring, I matter too. Today, we're diving into why boundaries are the foundation of confidence and visibility in your second spring. And to guide us, the Four of Wands practically jumped out of my deck this morning. Talk about a message. This card is all about celebration, stability, and recognizing how far you've come. So let me ask you, where in your life do you need to celebrate yourself by setting a boundary? And speaking of honoring yourself, if you're craving a space where you can step into this next chapter with support and guidance, my Journey to Self, the Awakening membership is open. It's where we go deeper into these transformations together. And right now, you can join for $11 per month for as long as you're in the group. The price is going to go up soon, so take advantage now. You'll find the link in the show notes. Now, let's talk about how boundaries help you become truly visible, starting with why they felt so hard to set in the first place. In our soul dive, why boundaries feel so hard. Why is it that that's so hard to set them? For many of us, we were never taught how. Think back to your childhood. Were you allowed to say no to adults? Or were you just expected to obey? Were you encouraged to express your needs? Or were you told you were too sensitive or too demanding? Did you see the women in your life confidently setting boundaries, or did they sacrifice themselves for everyone else? Maybe you learned that love meant self-sacrifice. Maybe you were the caretaker, the peacekeeper, the one who kept things running smoothly. Maybe you were taught that saying no meant you weren't a good person. And so as adults, we struggle with that. We let our time, our energy, and our emotions be dictated by others. We say yes when we mean no. We feel exhausted and resentful, but we don't know how to change. Here's what I need you to hear. Boundaries are not selfish. They are a declaration of self-respect. Every time you set a boundary, you are reinforcing your worth. And when you honor your own needs, you stop feeling invisible. Let's talk about what this looks like in real life. For years, I was the go-to person for everything. If someone needed help, I was there. If someone needed a favor, I said yes, even when I didn't have the time or the energy. And I told myself I was being kind. I told myself I was being a good person. But here's the truth. I was exhausted. I was resentful. And worst of all, I felt like I didn't matter. Because when you never prioritize yourself, you start to believe you aren't important. The moment that changed everything for me was when I realized the people who love me don't need me to sacrifice myself for them. So I started saying no. I started setting small boundaries. And at first, it felt uncomfortable. It felt selfish. But then I had more energy. I felt more confident. And I realized that the only person who could stop me from feeling invisible was me. And the same is true for you. So for our inner reflection, I want you to ask yourself, where am I saying yes when I want to say no? What relationships drain me instead of filling me up? And what is one small boundary I can set this week? Just notice what comes up. No judgment, just awareness. As I was preparing for this episode for the Whispers of Wisdom, I found this quote from Prentice Hemphill, and it fits perfectly. Boundaries are the distance at which I can love you and me simultaneously. Listen to that again. Boundaries are the distance at which I can love you and me simultaneously. Boundaries don't push people away. Boundaries allow you to show up fully without resentment, without exhaustion, without guilt. Boundaries make space for mutual respect and love. This is your permission slip to start honoring your own needs. This week, for your empowerment action, I want you to take one step towards setting healthier boundaries. Option 1, practice saying no without over-explaining. Don't we just do that? We feel like we have to give an explanation about why we're saying no. No is a complete sentence. We don't have to go into all of that. We have a right to say no. So practice saying no without over-explaining. Option 2, set a time boundary. Decide when you are off the clock. I have boundaries in my business. I don't schedule things in the evenings typically. I don't schedule things on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Those are pretty hard boundaries for me because that is my time, especially for me to be able to spend time with my husband. So set those time boundaries. Option 3, pause before saying yes. Ask yourself, do I actually want to do this? There's nothing written anywhere that says you have to give a yes or no immediately. You can take the time, pause, ask yourself, do I actually want to do this? Or even better, can I get back to you? That gives you more time to really think about whether it's something you actually want to do. And if you're struggling with boundaries and you want deeper support, don't forget my membership community, Journey to Self, the Awakening, where we can dive deeper and get support from others feeling just like you are. You'll find the link in the show notes. Let's step into this next chapter together. Remember, every time you set a boundary, you reinforce your worth. You deserve peace. You deserve rest. You deserve to be seen and heard. I hope you're enjoying this series. Next week, we're going to be talking about releasing the fear of judgment and stepping into unapologetic confidence. If today's episode spoke to you, share it with a friend who needs this message. And until next time, be true to you.